Okay guys, so this video is going to show you how to multiply fractions. So to do this, I'm going to show you sort of the tips and tricks to make this a little bit easier for you. So the first thing that you need to do is check to see if you can simplify your fractions. Okay, so I have the numbers 2/7 and 3/5. These two numbers by themselves, so 2/5 and 2/7 and 3/5 are already simplified as much as possible. Okay, so 2 and 7 can't go into each other, and 3 and 5 can go into each other, so I don't need to look at that. A lot of people, they don't know is that they can look at any numerator and denominator that is there. So I'm going to look here, and it says 3 and 7, and you don't need to simplify. You can't simplify 3 into 7, and you also can't do 2 and 5. So because I've checked this, I don't need to go any farther into checking to see if I can simplify. So I'm just going to go straight into the rest of it. So the rest of that is just multiplying the numerators. So 2 times 3 equals 6. Easy peasy. And then 7 times 5 is 35. Okay, now that is it. Okay, now I'm going to talk about real quick why it's important to simplify before you multiply. So let's say I had 5/8 and I don't know, 16/2. Sure. So I would tell you to check to see if you can simplify before you multiply. So let's just say that I go and I just don't at first. Okay, so let's just say that I go over here and I say 5 times 16, and that is 80. And then I go into the next one, and it's 8 times 2, which is 16. I know that these two numbers are both divisible by 2. I know that I can divide by 4, but this is going to take me a really long time before I'm absolutely sure, especially if I'm not using a calculator. So if I went back and I said 5/8, right, and 16/2, okay, I could go in and say, okay, well, here's a numerator and denominator that can be simplified, right? So I would say, okay, well, these can both be divided by 8. So I would go 1 and I would go 2. I say, well, 16 divided by 8 is 2, and 8 divided by 8 is 1. And then over here I said, oh, okay, well, here's another one right here, 2/2. That already simplifies into 1, so my answer would be 5. Okay, simplifying before you multiply makes your job at the end a lot easier. So take the time, simplify before you multiply, and your life will be a lot easier when you get to the answer, because and a lot of times they're going to tell you to simplify your answer, and there's going to be a time where you don't have a calculator to just do it really quickly for you. So that is how you do it. Just make sure you are multiplying your numerators and your denominators separately, and you should be fine. Let me know if you need any more help.